And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden. We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights. So the only way we're going to get some of this oppression and exploitation away from us or aside from us is come together against the common enemy.
I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
Get together, have a few laughs.
Before we begin, the Iowa Talk Guys would like to apologize. A cricket has found its way into the shack and wants everyone to know about it. We sincerely apologize. Please enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Iowa Talk Guys. I'm your host, Erock.
I'm your host, Teepee.
And I'm your host, Theo.
And today, we're bringing you guys a special. We are... Oh, not really a special. It's a special.
Breaking
it's
news.
An interview, yeah. Breaking news. We are bringing you Sam from Merch for Liberty. And we're going to be talking about who he is and what his business is and what he's all about. And this we've been looking forward to this interview. I think it's going to be a good time. So, without further ado, hey Sam, how you doing?
I am doing well. How about yourselves?
We're doing good, man.
Yeah, we're doing great. Thanks for asking.
Good.
So,
well, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you on, and we've been anticipating talking to you.
And thank you once again, Sam, for sending us stickers.
Dude, they're awesome.
Yeah, that's so.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, that was really cool, dude. And do you have your own print machine then? I assume.
No, I don't. I did take special care to make sure I contracted out a company that operates out of the U.S. So I think these guys are actually in Illinois.
Oh, really?
But, yeah, basically once I got the designs all set up, so it's either hey, really cheap, get it from China, something like that, something you don't quite trust, or, I looked into it a little bit. These guys are out of Illinois, I think. And I know Illinois is Chicago, which we might not agree with on a lot of things, but I think there's still a lot of good people there we're supporting.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, JB Prickser thanks you.
But at the other hand, we got a lot of friends and family and fans over in Illinois. So
we share.
They're our neighbors. We love our neighbors from Illinois.
Right across the river.
We don't like their government.
Well, don't like ours most of the time either.
Yeah.
Hate the government, love the people.
Absolutely.
There we go.
And the land is beautiful over there. There's a lot of great parks and stuff too. And, Illinois. Yeah, like you said, I like that. Hate the government, love the people. Right.
Yeah. So, anyways,
I've heard that somewhere.
Stickers. I mean, it's just really a huge sentiment about America, isn't it? Now,
right? Absolutely. Love my country, not my government.
So you're getting your stickers from an outfit in Illinois.
Yep. And actually, I guess that phrase right there is kind of a big part of the spirit behind the stickers. That could actually be a phrase on the stickers. Honestly, This was just kind of like a corny why not do it idea, like very little overhead to print some stickers, run some ads, set up a Shopify store. It's not that bad. Why not go for it? Yeah, why not have an idea and fail at it, then never try it? Because I've been thinking about it for a while. Basically it kind of started when you're at the bar and you're taking a piss and you're looking at the wall and you see all this noise, so many stickers in front of you, right? I was like, you know what, we need some more bass noise. So that's kind of what spurred me to do it. It's just kind of I know I'm not changing the world here, but if we can get these messages to be part of the noise that's out there, like end the Fed, cancel taxes, outlaw inflation, stuff like that.
Right,
yeah. It's cheesy, whatever.
No, they're great.
They are
I
awesome
like them
stickers.
a lot, dude. They're
Awesome stickers, yeah.
I really appreciate that, man, because I got to tell you, the people on Twitter, they are not as kind as you guys in their commenting.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, man. It's. Have you ever run ads on Twitter? It's brutal.
Not yet.
No, we haven't.
We ran some on Instagram and gotten some good feedback. I get, but nothing really.
That's good. I mean,
I tried
you guys, your product is much deeper than mine. Mine is very. It's literally like, a 2x5 message sticker.
Yeah, but
you guys have long form.
You're putting.
No one who's going to troll you is going to listen to like a whole thing. You know what I mean? They won't put in the work. They're just going to look at it.
You're putting some pretty strong messages on your stickers, though, Sam.
Well, and I can see, your point of view where all they have to do is just look at an image and then be like, this guy's an idiot. Right? Yeah. In order for...
The barrier to entry to hate on it is so low. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So
yeah, for us, they have to listen to us and be like, yeah, these guys are idiots after they listen to one show, right? I'm like, joke's on you. We know we're idiots.
Well, they'll have to put so much time into calling you wrong when they're probably going to be wrong is the thing.
But
so it's just
these
not
are
worth it with y'all.
These are the same people that got vaccinated, probably.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
Oh, sorry.
That's so true.
Man.
The virtuous.
But yeah, I just wanted to kind of like spread a message, see if I could make a buck. Some might call me a grifter, but I'd say we all are. You just got to make it productive grifting as opposed to negative grifting.
Well, where can we find your stickers at again?
You can. That's a great question. You can find them at merchforliberty.com.
All right, yeah.
Yep.
There was no again on that. We hadn't asked yet. Yeah, merchforliberty.com.
Yeah, we'll have the link in our description too, and
you're not putting anything offensive on them.
No,
you're just putting.
It's clean and it's a straightforward message.
You're putting messages on them that a certain type of person gets offended over, and what else can you say?
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
If you
1,000%.
like triggered
the Fed. If you knew what the Federal Reserve has done to this country, you're seeing it right now, and you don't understand why that happened. You are part of the problem. That's like Greta Thunberg being like, "We need to save the banks. Yeah. We save the banks. We save the world." Yeah, tell me you know nothing what the fuck you're talking about without saying I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Right? So
1,000%.
Yeah.
Where exactly are you located out of?
Well, exactly.
State.
Well, yeah, you don't have
to just say the state.
We don't need a 10-digit grid on your.
You're not like
we gave our location.
You're
of
not
a shack in Iowa.
You're not Canadian, are you?
I'm actually I'm in Tennessee. I'll just tell you, I'm in Nashville. It's a big city. I'm not.
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a huge.
I love
city.
Nashville, dude. It's a fun
It's a neat city.
Yeah,
it's neat.
Living there
for a city.
Let me know if you're ever around.
Yeah, I'm driving
to
Pigeon Forge next week. Or in a week, 10 days.
Yeah.
It's nice if you appreciate the offer, Sam.
Yeah, dude. No,
absolutely.
I got a buddy lives outside of there. I haven't been down there to see him in a while. So yeah, next time I'm down there, I'll definitely hit you up too, dude. That'd be awesome.
I love it.
I have fond memories of Nashville.
Man. He plays in the sled preds. He was a double amputee in Afghanistan, and he plays sled hockey now. So he's on that.
Shit.
Yeah, he plays on the sled pred national team, and he was also.
I had no idea what that meant.
Yeah, so sled hockey. You ever heard of it?
Sled ped.
No, sled pred. No, I would not be associating. I would not be associating with anybody that was affiliated with something like that. But. Jeez. Savage. All right. He hasn't been in the studio. He hasn't been in the shack for a while. So he's all.
Yeah, I'm itching to say
prime. He's got stuff built up in the
prime.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, you ever heard of sled hockey before?
I have not.
So
I have not. That's why I was. Yeah.
All right.
He's not Canadian.
I know. You're right. Yeah, he's a good old American boy. So sled hockey is essentially it's just regular ass hockey, but with they sit in a sled, and it's got one blade, and they have shortened sticks. They have spikes on the end of them, so they can dig into the ice and push off,
themselves along. Yeah,
and so a lot of OEF and OIF veterans have gotten into it because it's a really fun sport for them to play, and they can take off their prosthetics and just jump into their sled. It's all fitted, and hockey's awesome. And
sounds like a great workout too.
Oh yeah, dude, and it's wild. Like watching it from up in the stands, because I've been into a bunch of his tournaments, and then being down next to the ice and seeing these guys. I mean, they're going like, dang, it feels like they're going like 20, 30 miles per hour. They're flying on the ice, and they're just digging and scooting. And the double amputees. So there's also able-bodied people that can play, meaning like you're not missing any limbs, but you can still play, right?
Able privileged.
Yeah. So you're sitting in this longer sled, and the ice hockey rules still apply, dude. So they're smoking each other, especially these veterans out on the ice, dude. It's crazy to watch these guys. They're just they're just smoking people into the wall,
getting into fights and stuff.
Yeah, well, not necessarily getting into fights, but like, and then to watch them get hit when people try to take them out, since they don't have any legs, they just roll out of it and keep going. It's wild. They're beasts on the ice.
Yeah.
But yeah. Next time, check out their schedule. You're down there in Nashville. Go watch a sled pred tournament or game sometime.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's a good time, man. But all right, so
I was gonna ask the question, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you'd mentioned that you're trying to make a buck, in your words,
which is awesome.
Yeah, that's what we're all trying to
America.
do. Well,
that's the American dream. Yeah. Oh, going back to also what you said about that, Sam, is that I think Theo brought up in an episode before. I think it was the Trump rally one about grifting. Right? Aren't we all essentially grifters? That's the American dream, right?
Somebody calls that.
Yeah. I mean, capitalism is just pleasing the most amount of people at the cheapest price with your grift, right?
Yeah.
Well,
supply and demand, baby.
I'm not a big fan of the term capitalism personally. I I like free markets. And it doesn't mean anything. It's just, it doesn't matter. I'm not
against that. I'm not against that.
I'm just kind of I think Marx had something to do with the coining of the term capitalism.
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
That's true.
So
I think we've played something on one of our episodes before. Right in his stupid face.
But
I do like the sound of free markets more than capitalism.
Well, what the problem that the top end of the pyramid has with free market capitalism, and not like Fox News talks about actual free markets and actual capitalism, is that the power structure, they lose it. They lose power because people have money. People are able to take their own agency, and they're able to make decisions for themselves, as opposed to having a bureaucrat tell them what to do, like it's the damn Soviet Union or something.
Yeah, dude. Look at post World War II America, when all these vets came back and they started their own businesses and they grew them to awesome. It was like generational wealth. And we're living in different day and age now, but there's a lot of people out there with side hustles, and they're working to make things happen, and especially in today's economy,
Yeah. So what are your goals as far as a business?
Yeah.
And then what products are you offering at this point?
What you see is what you get on the website. I think it's either 8 or 10 stickers total. Eventually, I would love to expand it out. So I originally designed this concept as something that would go on a flag. But because stickers have just way lower overhead, I went with stickers first.
Yeah.
So down the road, I would love to expand out to just larger scale media. So like flags, or even those like big ass like vinyls you see on the on like the truck windows that pass you by on the highway.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Just anything, everything. For now, it's just super small. Just trying to get a little bit of an audience, get a foot in the door, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you come up with these designs yourself? Is that something that you just sat down and started working on stuff? And
so I contracted ideas I had to a designer on Fiverr.
Oh wow,
Fiverr's great, guys.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of awesome stuff on Fiverr. I think we're going to take some advantage of some things here in the future.
Yeah, I might have to get on that.
You should, especially for like graphic design. I mean, there's a ton, but I've used it mainly for graphic design. My domain has always been kind of like marketing. So I've done stuff for friends and stuff like that. And I'm not a designer. I'm more of a media guy. So if I need something designed, I'll be like, hey, it's like $20-$30 and we can get a pretty good logo mocked up that we could never design ourselves, you know, because we don't know the first thing about Photoshop or Illustrator or anything like that. So work smarter, not harder. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, dude. And especially, outsource. That's the best way to get anything done, dude.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you're supporting somebody else's small business, their side hustle, right?
Yeah, and it's easy these days with apps, right?
Absolutely.
Apps like Fiverr or websites or whatever you want to call them. I don't know.
Yeah, so many people are trying to get away from these major companies and establishments and shit because we all know that these major corporations don't give a shit about their employees. You're just a number, right?
Well, yeah, of course.
And why the hell would we want to slave away our life just to get a couple years of freedom at the end of it to go stroke out on a you know what I mean? When you go on vacation in Venice or something.
Dude.
Well, I'm serious though. Like,
you're right.
with the retirement ages and stuff and everything, they expect you to do all this crap. I know plenty of guys that getting ready to retire, and I don't think their retirement's going to be very, very fun because they got some health issues, you know? So, I love this. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I heard somewhere you'll never get rich working for someone else.
Right, exactly.
I mean, there's caveats, but the main idea applies, you know?
Absolutely, yeah. And so, like I said, I love what you're doing. I love side hustles that, you know, and you're doing it, you're not doing it in a way where you're ripping off Nordstrom retail stores and California.
Nordstream. Yeah. You called him Nordstream.
Oh, did I? Yeah, Nordstream, my bad.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then reselling that merchandise, right? You're doing it the good old-fashioned American way of,
I just came up with an idea.
Putting on your bootstraps.
Nordstrom was sabotaged by a gang of young folks ravaging it.
Right.
Yeah, I got to do a Nordstrom pipeline.
A Nordstrom pipeline.
There are no more designer clothing going into the Bay Area, folks.
Yeah, right.
People are going to die.
Oh, yeah, and that's like, this is what they wanted. This is what they, you know what I mean?
That's Biden economics.
There you go.
So, looking at your stickers here, the decals that you sent us, which thanks again, man. Because they are very high quality.
My pleasure.
They're really good.
Once we get some stuff on the walls here in the shack, we're going to definitely get a board up and put some stickers up.
Yeah,
there.
eventually we're going to build a room. It's going to be a big deal.
Hell yeah.
You'll hear about it.
I love it.
Yeah.
So on some of your decals, you have statements like end the Fed, outlaw inflation, cancel taxes, defund the IRS. That's really, really good.
Yeah.
How did you sort of come to those ideas? What was your moment? Was it a moment? Was it a series of moments?
Yeah, what are you some kind of Ron Paul supporter?
I mean, I think I actually found Ron Paul way later than you would think. I think that like the seed guy was like Walter Williams or like Thomas Sowell.
Or like
Milton Friedman. Like those guys, I can't remember who turned me on to them, but I was just like, I have this one book. It's a collection of columns that Walter Williams wrote, and each one is just kind of like taking a thing that we're doing, like Social Security, and relating it back to there's a little bit of an echo.
You're good, bro.
Taking something. Thanks. So taking something modern that we're doing, take like Social Security, relating it back to the Constitution, the ideas, and the motivations of the Founding Fathers, and him just tearing it apart, being like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Like, you're literally ripping off this group of people to pay this group of people. Like, it's a
Ponzi
grew up
scheme.
in this environment. Yeah, like, we're the frog in the soup, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like,
slow boil.
We never see the fucked up, like, I just rewatched Saving Private Ryan. Do you guys remember Fubar? Fucked up beyond all recognition.
Fucked up beyond all recognition, yep.
Yeah, and I'm just like, that's exactly what all this shit, like, all this shit is. Like just the idea of taxes, you know, like we could totally compromise. In my perfect world, I pay like a 5% flat tax, nothing else, no income, none of that. But the whole concept of it is literally theft from one person to give for free to another person. So
you betcha.
The more I kind of realized those concepts just by reading a little bit. Like, I'm not going to tell you I read like 20 books by these guys. I read a little bit by these guys, and they had a huge impact on the way I thought about this, like, politics and policy and the way people thought. Like, I grew up in a very liberal area. I actually grew up in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Whoa.
Super liberal,
okay.
Right?
All right.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
You probably like our episode with Michigan Bob then when we interviewed our first fan call-in.
Oh, damn. Yes. I got to look back for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I grew up in a super blue area.
Wolverines can kiss my ass. Sorry, I had to say it. I had to.
Calm down, Theo.
Right?
Yeah. You know, Ann Arbor's a fun town. Been there before.
It's a nice town, but it's like it's literally turning into like San Francisco right before my eyes. It's so sad when I go to visit.
Oh, really? Yeah, I haven't been there in years.
Grunge. Yeah. It's just like lost all of its character, I feel like.
Oh, that's sad.
It has like 1%. It has like 1% of its character left, is the way I see it.
So it's like, it's probably like all of the people that just were working hard and illegally using marijuana in Michigan for a lot of years. They were just like, yes, sweet, I can finally buy weed. And then all of a sudden, guess who started moving to Michigan when they made it legal? Yep. Just a bunch of
potheads or something, or what?
Weirdos from certain other places.
I don't know. I mean, Colorado was the first one to legalize it. I don't know if that's the case.
Yeah, I know.
I think it has something more.
California ruined Colorado, bro.
I think it has.
Take it from me.
Maybe something more to do with big industries outsourcing. Outsourcing their stuff.
I've checked it out. It's a crazy place.
You know what? Yeah, that's another thing where I love Iowa. Des Moines got a little bit of weird stuff going on, but not nearly as bad. And honestly, like,
we only have like 3 million people in the whole state.
It's great.
So it's pretty neat.
Yeah, a lot of cornfields,
but poison is sprayed everywhere. So
yeah.
Ron Paul, you're familiar with the old Ron Paul, huh?
Yes, I became more familiar with him like after those other three guys. I actually really became familiar with him through Part of the Problem podcast.
Dave Smith. Yeah, I love Part of the Problem. Yep, yeah, it's great show.
Yeah, absolute stud. So
I caucused for him twice.
For Dave Smith?
Nice.
No, for Ron Paul.
Oh, yeah.
In Iowa.
I was going to say, because Dave Smith, I'd caucus for him, dude.
No.
If he ran for the Libertarian Party, I'd totally get behind that guy.
There was a heck of a Ron Paul movement in Iowa, man.
Hell yeah.
In 08 and
there
12,
was, yeah.
I'm telling
It
you.
swung a lot of stuff.
It was awesome, dude.
2008. That's where Theo was awakened and started seeing stuff.
I was like, holy shit, there's a Republican that doesn't like wars.
I was too busy having sex and smoking weed.
That's what
I was doing in 2008, yeah.
Well, yeah, and you can still see the bumper stickers.
Yeah.
That Ron Paul one, there's one downtown Davenport. I seen one in Dubuque.
Really?
I didn't send you guys the Dubuque one.
Shit. Anyway.
But continue. Sorry, Sam.
Yeah, your red pill moment. You want to elaborate more on that?
Yeah, so, damn. So I told you I grew up in Ann Arbor, super blue area.
Right.
Sure,
I actually was in Chicago a few years between here and there as well.
Oh,
and
man.
So George Floyd hits, right?
While you were in Chicago?
You're in Chicago?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
shit,
Yes.
dude.
Damn. All
Like
right.
George Floyd, riots, BLM, bullshit, all of this. And then everybody starts dropping this black square. And so this really kind of like, I would say this moment, along with like just Trump's presidency in general, just showed people who people were with respect to their politics. You know what I mean?
You're talking the
So
black
even if you
square
didn't-
that people put like in their profile picture and whatnot, and
Yeah,
it was like
yeah,
standing
like on Instagram.
standing with BLM,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
BLM Inc.,
Yeah.
the multi-million-dollar
Exactly.
money laundering
The,
operation.
Marxist trained leaders.
the ultimate grifters.
Right.
The ultimate
Yeah, no
grifters.
kidding, right, dude?
How was it in Chicago? Because that was during COVID.
COVID and BLM. Yeah, but you could be at a BLM protest, but you couldn't be at church because of COVID. And
Exactly. Exactly.
I can't imagine how you were. What, you had to mask up everywhere, unless you were protesting.
Yeah. Like if you wanted to go in like the corner store, you had to be masked. It was just wild, man. And then meanwhile, like on one hand, you had to mask up to be a good citizen. On the other hand, people were expecting to get rocks thrown through their business. I don't know. Like in the name of social justice, it was just like the face of hypocrisy was everywhere I looked, and just the way people thought, the way people reacted to all this was just like so disgusting. I thought, like, you don't have to do this because people tell you to. Like, think for yourself, people. Come on. And there were like, I'd say like 20% of the people I knew were kind of on my page. And then the rest of them were just kind of like go along with it. Like thought you were bad. Like thought you were killing grandma by like questioning anything.
Yeah, I don't know why people just
wild,
don't
man.
get the shot. Why don't they just get it and get it over with? You know, we encounter that stuff too in our.
I have questions.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, man. Though, like you were able to, because a lot of people are still, and you witnessed it. You started seeing like, how come you're not thinking for yourself? And that's something also we here on our show we find just bizarre, just absolutely bizarre.
Yeah. I mean, we come from a particularly sheltered environment, though, up here. I mean, there's hardly anybody you can get away with. You can get away with a lot, you know. We had it pretty good.
Yeah, we are fortunate here in our state.
People were bitching about the masks hardcore.
But yeah, I mean,
you know what? I was actually the week of, it would have been like March 12th ish range, spring break of 2020, when shit really started to hit the fan.
Is that when we had to start masking up?
According to a Los Angeles Times article, on April 3, 2020, after insisting for weeks that healthy people did not need to wear masks in most circumstances, federal health officials changed their guidance. The new guidelines recommended masks for all people over age 2, who were in a public setting, traveling, or around others, in the same household who might be infected.
We were going on vacation down to the Gulf, and we stopped in, what was it? Might have been, is it Brentwood? That's just south of Nashville on the way down there?
Yeah.
And, gosh, there's a good Korean place right off the interstate down there. You know what I'm talking about by chance?
Do you have to go in there with your mask on, though? COVID can only get you when you're walking in, not when you're sitting and eating?
No, he was just, like, happy that people were coming in and buying his food. And then I looked later, and he was actually on that Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives show.
Located 10 miles south of Nashville, in the suburb of Brentwood, the Korean restaurant's name is Soy Bistro, and was featured in season 34, episode 13.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, that's cool.
The food was great. It was amazing, yeah. Nashville's cool, man. I was just driving through that time, but had a heck of an experience back in 2015 in Nashville. It was neat. It was crazy.
Hell
man.
yeah. It's a fun place. It's getting super built up, but it's still a fun place.
Yeah, it's a fun town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, during COVID, so when you were in Chicago, so you were witnessing all this craziness going down, and you're just like having the same questions that we were, where it's like, why, how can people not see through this bullshit? You know? It didn't matter what political side you stood on. It was like, dude, this is out of hand. Like, this is, you know.
Yeah.
So
and I think that, like, sorry, just really quick. I think the thing that made me decide to move was it was kind of like I was learning about like how taxes were bad and how people should think for themselves. So that all kind of came together, and I was like, I am done paying into this system. Like, I'm going to move somewhere where I'm happy to pay the tax.
Yeah, no income tax.
Less unhappy.
No income tax in Tennessee, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
no income
that's
tax,
nice.
and even the sales tax is like, all right, well, I feel like I'm getting way more bang for my buck here than I was in Chicago, where I'm like, don't even feel safe using the public transportation.
Yeah. No kidding.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and like, that, I mean, that'd have to be, you were in like, you had to have been in a constant state of like fight or flight, right? I mean, ready to be.
I mean, I have to commend my company as soon as COVID hit. I mean, I guess they didn't have a choice, right? But they were like, you guys just work from home. So I really didn't take the train after COVID hit.
Oh yeah.
Like I had no reason to, so
up in Chicago.
Yeah.
I've seen that thing a couple times and I wondered why anybody would take that damn thing anywhere.
I've taken it from Aurora to Chicago. It's
Have
a good
you?
time. Yeah.
Well,
dude, right when COVID was happening, we were on that train. I was with a buddy and I might have been drinking a little bit in Chicago, okay?
No.
And we're driving back.
Drinking on the train?
Well, and before that, too, yeah.
Oh, pre-gaming.
So I'm like, I start hacking and coughing. I was like, man. And I say real loud, I'm like, ever since I got back from China, I just can't get rid of this cough. And my buddy looks at me, he's like, you are a freaking douchebag.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that, man.
Oh, he wasn't too impressed by
surprised you didn't get arrested.
Funny. Well, this was before all that stuff. That was before that dude made that video where he went to Walmart. He was like, I just got diagnosed with COVID and started hacking all over everything. You remember that?
Or when Lori Lightfoot was threatening to arrest him?
That.
Yeah. Lori Lightfoot was going to arrest people in Chicago. Beetlejuice.
Good old Lori.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's great how they traded Lori.
Be arrested.
Yeah, they traded Lori for somebody that's even worse than Lori.
Right.
It's really
He's
neat.
even worse.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, no.
What's his name?
Oh my God.
What's his name? Thanks for getting on it, Erock.
Yeah,
Erock's
it's like a
looking
pretty
up.
regular name.
Erock's our IT
It's like a pretty
expert.
regular name, I think.
Yeah, basic ass white girl name, motherfucker.
Yeah.
No,
But he's
I love it though when
Johnson.
Brandon Johnson. Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds like a country guy.
We need to send social workers in. These are his words. And we're not like, we've said this multiple times on the show here. We're not complete police lovers. Their power needs to be checked.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
You can't just have.
I appreciate them being around, but
we are very blessed here in Iowa with some decent law enforcement from what I've seen online.
And the county that we have a great sheriff who sticks behind the people in the county, not necessarily board members, So I can't really complain.
We'll see when times really get tough.
That's true too.
But holy crap! Send social workers into certain places in Chicago. It doesn't work that way.
But then there's all these videos coming out where these people are doing crazy shit, and the social worker's just like, "My shift's over," and walks away. They're not doing anything. But I mean, at the same time, what are you supposed to do? I watched one video where this, I don't know if the guy was just a drag queen or if he, was a transgender, but it was a male looking individual in a female dress with a thong on, tackling this guy to French kiss him. And one of those social workers was just like walking by, swinging his Nalgene bottle on his side, looking at his phone. He's like, oh, that's funny. And just kept going, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Imagine that.
Yeah, weird.
Well, the problem is there's a lot worse.
Yeah.
I think the term for that is anarcho-tyranny.
Samuel Francis first coined the term anarcho-tyranny in a 1994 essay titled Anarcho-Tyranny, USA, summarized as a concept where the state is more interested in controlling citizens, so that they don't oppose managerial class, rather than tending to real criminals. Laws are argued to be enforced selectively depending on what is beneficial to the ruling elite.
Anarcho-tyranny.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's much better in Iowa, but yeah, that shit in Chicago is just like these people. Like if you're a certain kind of person, you can get away with, throwing a rock through a window, stealing a TV. If you're a certain kind of person, you can't even fucking jaywalk. So,
yeah. And that's it's pretty bizarre just how things have unfolded over, especially after Obama when he got elected. He was like, I'm going to end racism and diversity.
Not diversity, but
he said a bunch of dumb shit.
Have you seen that graph? Have you seen that graph where it's like the usage of the word like racism or like systemic racism just shoots up during his term?
Yes.
Like it's insane.
Immediately after he took office, yeah.
Surprise.
I was watching that when it was happening. I was like, this motherfucker's intentionally dividing people here.
Yeah.
yeah.
But if you actually remember, like right back to when he got elected,
yeah,
that would have been 2007 or 2008 election.
Yep.
2009 he took office. It's like this is the This is the end of white guilt. Which of course, it wasn't. And
well, look at.
I guess I won't. I won't go to where I was just thinking.
Updates on Daniel Penny.
Daniel Penny. Oh, the
subway.
The subway guy
in New York City. Apparently,
the hero.
He got his crowdfund for like over $3 million for his defense, but I don't see any updates.
Yeah, we're not hearing about that one all of a sudden. It's crazy. Fellow Teepee's a Marine veteran. Fellow Marine there, Daniel Penny.
Almost like he did the right thing.
Well, I think he wasn't really
not to kill the guy. Obviously,
no. I do not believe that was his intent at all. I think he was just trying to defuse the situation because from what we read through our research, that guy was being pretty irate and disrespectful, and like telling people he was going to like kill him and rape them. Telling women he was going to rape them.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think
you got to stop that guy.
Yeah, I think he was like, you know what? All right, this is enough. I want to take care of this before things get out of hand.
At 2nd Avenue, a man came on, stumbled on. He appeared to be on drugs. The doors closed, and he ripped his jacket off and threw it at the people sitting down to my left. I was listening to music at the time, and he was yelling, so I took my headphones out to hear what he was yelling. And the 3 main threats that he repeated over and over was, I'm going to kill you, I'm prepared to go to jail for life, and I'm willing to die. You know, this was a scary situation, and Mr. Nearly came on. He was threatening. I'm 6'2", and he was taller than me, so it was. And there's a common misconception that Marines don't get scared. We're actually taught one of our core values is courage, and courage is not the absence of fear, but how you handle fear. And you know, I was scared for myself, but I looked around. I saw women and children. He was yelling in their faces, saying these threats. I couldn't just sit still. Some people say that I was holding on to Mr. Nearly for 15 minutes. This is not true. I mean, between stops is only a couple minutes. So the whole interaction lasted less than 5 minutes. Some people say I was trying to choke him to death, which is also not true. I was trying to restrain him. You can see in the video there's a clear rise and fall of his chest, indicating that he's breathing. I'm trying to restrain him from him being able to carry out the threats. And then some people say that this was about race, which is absolutely ridiculous. I didn't see a black man threatening passengers. I saw a man threatening passengers.
And
yeah, man.
Probably tired of seeing it
with, like, training.
Hey, nobody's mad at that guy that tackled that young scrawny gentleman at the gas station, right? Remember when he hit him with his bag of gallon of milk? That Marine veteran, you didn't see that video?
No.
This kid comes in and points a gun at him, and then points at the register, and this dude was just like, I don't think so, bud.
Boom!
Left hand grabbed the pistol, and the right hand swung the bag. He had like a gallon of milk in this bag, and it smoked the kid in the head.
No idea what hit him.
Yeah, his buddy took off running. Anyways, that was a Marine veteran that did that too, but...
So Daniel Penny...
That was a while ago, right?
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Daniel Penny is...
I think I remember that.
His next court appearance is October 25th.
Is he in jail, I wonder, though?
I did not see if he got paroled or not.
That's messed up if he is.
Go ahead, sorry.
Well, no, he just did an interview.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he was. Yeah, I mean, it would be messed up, but it wouldn't surprise me at all. You know, considering the day and age that we live in, where security guards are getting fired for tackling shoplifters, that's happening.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Which is another good reason. Another good reason to have an online store, right, dude?
Exactly. I don't want none of that retail bullshit.
Yeah. So, getting back to your red pill moment, I know we kind of bunny hopped off that, but getting back to it, so you kind of were red pilled pretty recently, basically, right?
In the last, maybe I could say 5 years, like 5-6 years, something like that. Yeah.
Man.
I really wasn't political. I really wasn't political until Trump forced everybody to be a little bit political. And then once I had a little bit of skin in the game, I was like, it's kind of illogical not to take the red pill. Like, the blue pill is kind of stupid when you look into anything a little bit. You know what I mean?
Well, sure. I mean, even once you start looking into things, I don't know. You probably have the same personality where it's like, I can't go back to being blue pilled. knowing that this shit's going on.
Yeah.
Why, oh, why didn't I take the blue pill?
Yeah.
It's just kind of like it's like everybody who is kind of on the left. I believe not everybody. I believe most people mean well, but they have very unrealistic and failed perspectives on how to get there. Like communism, they're like, oh, communism would be great. We haven't done it right yet. You know, that's like a classic left line.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of like, nah, dude. Look at like fucking Stalin and Mao and all, like there's plenty of examples of how your ideology does not work whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And their excuse, like just like you said, which blows my mind, is, oh well, it hasn't been done yet. I'm like, yeah, because you're not adding in the human factor, which the human factor, in order for this to happen, has to have that in the equation. And guess what? They always fuck it up.
Well, the same argument is brought up for free markets. The same argument is brought up for free markets. It hasn't been fully tried yet, and you know what? It really hasn't been.
As far as without any
centralized. Well, can't say centralized because it's really been centralized since the 20th century.
Right. You're talking about a market without any regulation.
Yeah, like responsible anarcho-capitalism. It does seem sort of idealistic to me.
Yeah, we interviewed my one buddy.
People are fucked up.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
but
I'm not getting out of hand in certain ways.
Sure, yeah. I'm not saying that we need some government bureaucrat to step in all the time,
a savior.
But I think that one realization that we all need to come to is that it's never going to be perfect.
No,
nothing is ever going to be perfect, and that just includes our day-to-day life. You know,
but. I agree with that, but I think the people that are out here trying to make this big change and push are pushing it towards the wrong type of change that we need for the country.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I think the silent majority is starting to fight back. Just look at the Bud Light boycott, Target boycotts. They're starting. I mean, that's the best way. In all honesty, and I said that before on one of our earlier shows last year, the best way to fight these corporations, this ESG and DEI, is to put your money where your mouth is. Do not spend any money on these companies. And I don't care how woke they are. I don't care how woke they are. Once they start getting their wallets hit, they're really going to start changing their tune. And I mean, because the World Bank and the EMF can only bail them out for so long, right?
Mm-hmm. And also, if you're on the inside, like my day job is a corporate job.
Yeah.
Whenever they have any sort of feedback, like anonymous feedback and all that kind of stuff, I always put in stuff like, how much are we spending on this DEI, ESG bullshit? Like, this is not making us money. Like, you better believe I'm making sure that anonymous checkbox is checked, but like I'm letting them have it because it's so. I'm like, how is this helping our bottom line? I want to get that conversation into the C-suite. You know what I mean?
Look at this burn rate of wasted time that we just spent on this, and oh yeah,
nobody buys it. All you're doing is killing morale.
Right. Wasting my time because guess what? This project I'm working on, the deadline didn't extend a day because I had to take it off for this training. My deadline for my project is still going. Right? Yeah. So you guys are doing nothing.
I actually had a manager who
Go ahead.
Manager who was like, I gotta go to one of these meetings. I gotta go to one of these inclusivity meetings. I'm like, oh shit, really? But yeah,
it's like the sexual harassment training too.
Yeah,
I mean everybody knows
like that. Yeah,
but when you go to those meetings,
everybody knows
they're laughing. You know,
everybody
you're getting a kick out of it. Like,
you don't laugh while you're in the meeting though.
No, you are, Erock.
Yeah, what are you doing?
You're texting. Your
Everybody knows that Erock's the pervert of his company, right? He's laughing at the sexual harassment training.
Come on now. This is our brother.
I'm just joking.
It's like when you're in sex ed as a kid.
Vaginas.
Yeah, I did laugh at that.
Penises.
I got in trouble. I got in trouble for laughing at the teacher being like, it's completely natural for a baby to suckle on a nipple. And I was like, and he's like, oh, is that funny?
Like, suckle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And he's like, what are you laughing at? I was like, I'm 12. He's like, go in the hallway.
You said that?
Yeah, I laughed at it and he's like, what's funny? I was like, you said suckle. He's like, you think that's funny? I was like, I'm 12. And he's like, go to the hallway. It's like, fuck you. Fuck you, Mr.
The best
King.
response ever.
Yeah, if you're listening, fuck you.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's like the only teacher I remember from junior high.
Grew up in like the Beavis and Butthead generation.
I know. Well, hey, you know what's funny? You know, most of the people that are adults now grew up with South Park, and they're still offended by everything. Just like that Tom McDonald song, you know what I mean?
We all grew up watching South Park. How are we offended?
Seriously.
So, Sam, I want to ask you about more particular subjects.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
No. We're not going to do it.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Erock, come on. So, what do you think about UN? Yeah, pretty much UN foreign policy. U.S. foreign policy. The giving of billions of dollars to Ukraine, and obviously we're having emergencies here.
Yeah, while Maui
Maui's burned,
melted.
The tragedy that unfolded there, but we have hundreds of billions of dollars to give to Ukraine, so a fraction of trillions is the way I think about it. How do you feel about the empire?
Absolutely infuriating. Like I need to look into the Maui stuff more. I know it's really bad. I haven't seen any footage, but yeah, it is insane that we're sending so much money to Ukraine to fund a war I don't really think anyone supports. Like, you see those support Ukraine, pray for Ukraine, whatever, but
they don't know why.
It's not. Yeah, they don't know why. It's like, yeah, do you know anything about the Ukraine? Do you know that, like, next to Russia, they are the most corrupt nation in that area?
Yeah, it's worldwide known. Ukraine's like the black market of the world, right?
What?
Yeah.
Why? Hunter Biden.
You go to that shithole. Why? Why you go to that shithole?
Yeah.
How did Hunter Biden get on energy?
Hunter Biden.
Without even speaking the language. He's
Hunter Biden gets contracts over there.
I know.
Him and his buddy Devin Archer.
That's capitalism.
Burisma.
Yeah, and Burisma.
You got Burisma, dude. You got the fact that, like, I mean, I just wish someone would argue with me about this, because I could be like, do you like Nazis? And they'd be like, huh?
Yeah, Ukraine is full of them.
Yeah,
literally,
they're all Nazis.
Descendant? No, not all of them. But there are literal bloodlines and descendants of Nazis. I mean,
ideologies that have been passed down since the Nazis liberated the
1,000%.
Eastern Front.
1,000%. But yeah, on the whole, foreign policy, like, I actually really liked. I'm pretty sure this was Dave Smith again. He said, if you're negotiating with Putin, tell him he should pull out of Ukraine, or they should negotiate whatever land, and then you have the U.S. pull out of NATO. So it's a win-win.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm like, totally for that. Like, NATO, go Russia fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Ukraine is chilling. U.S. gets to save a shit ton of money, and like, we're all the way over here. I'm not worried. You know, like, they need us way more than we need any of them. Like, I'm not like isolationist, but
it's not helping them either. It's not helping Germany. It's not helping France. It's not helping. You know.
Especially with the natural gas that was coming in.
That we destroyed their fucking pipeline.
No, not at all. Yeah.
Allegedly.
What? Oh, well, we did a couple episodes on that.
I don't know. I don't know who did.
No, you guys did talk about that. Yeah. I mean, I think I'm very much Jordan Peterson when it comes to foreign policy. Take care of your own house, make your own bed.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
Amen.
Like,
it's a good analogy.
That's where I stand on it too, dude.
I would recommend Ron Paul on foreign policy. Look at some old videos. I love that guy. He's amazing. You know, why are we paying for military bases in 180 countries?
Ridiculous. Absolutely stupid.
Well,
1,000%.
Joe Biden did give the Maui fire victims $700.
That's right. He did give
family.
each household $700.
After his no comment.
Will you come talk about the Hawaii response, Mr. President?
Yeah, after his no comment. Yeah, here's $700.
After the no comment, here's $700.
We got more during COVID.
I would imagine that the residents of Hawaii are used to being screwed by Washington, D.C.
The Howleys? You mean?
What? Is
the Howleys.
The Howleys?
The white people.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever see the South Park?
No.
Yeah.
Is that what they call
had an
them,
episode. Yeah, Howleys.
Stop ruining our
and howlies.
Sam, you ever been to Hawaii?
Hawaii.
I have. I've actually been lucky enough to be there twice. Yeah.
My goodness.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Well, our thoughts thoughts and prayers are certainly with those folks, but yeah.
I wasn't in Maui. I was on Oahu, but fucking beautiful place.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, I can't imagine. I'm almost afraid to look at the footage because I don't want to like see that, but I know I got it at some point. But yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really either for that reason.
I actually, if we're at a stopping point, I have a jiu-jitsu class I'm trying to make.
You better hit it.
If this is a good stopping point.
Yeah,
for
you better
guys.
hit it.
Oh, nice.
So,
yeah, dude.
It is a good stopping point. Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
I've skipped the whole past week, so I was really trying to go today.
Sam, sounds like you need to get to a scheduled jiu-jitsu class.
Yeah, definitely do not miss that. We don't want to keep you from doing that,
Yeah.
dude. Harden your body.
Hey, thanks for coming on tonight. It was an interesting discussion. Loved it.
We really appreciate it. We really do. It was awesome, and we might have to do this again in the future, dude. I don't know. It was a lot of fun.
Count me in. I'm down. I'm down. You guys are awesome. I was a little nervous, to be honest, but I know you can edit out all of my terrible parts.
Oh, yeah. We're going to clean it up, buddy.
Yeah. We don't want to make you look stupid. We want to make ourselves look dumb, not you.
Yeah, yes. That's why we're here.
Did we pop your podcast cherry?
I think you might have, actually. Yeah, this is definitely like the realest thing I've ever been a guest on. Like, yeah, I mean, I actually was really flattered / excited because I know you guys are really young podcasts, and I could see you guys going places. I don't know where, but you're going places.
Oh wow, thanks, man.
Thanks.
We really we hope that happens
and I'm
too.
not just kissing your ass. Like, I'm not just kissing your ass. Like, you guys talk about stuff that like genuinely interests me, and I don't listen all the time just because I need that attention.
Of course.
Like, I want to pay as much attention as I can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, dude, we really appreciate that. That's
on.
awesome, man.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and tell us where we can find your merchandise?
Instagram, Twitter, as well as website, merchforliberty.com or at merchforliberty, whichever platform you're on.
And that's FOR.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. We'll put the links in our description.
Merch for Liberty, word not numeral. There we go.
The stickers are great quality. We like your graphics, the sayings and stuff. So we're kind of excited to see where your company is going to go too, dude. So we're happy to be a part of this. We're going to help you promote it as best we can. And
yeah, you help us as well.
Yeah.
This is MFL month. So
MFL.
Merch for Liberty, baby.
Merch for Liberty month. There we go. Got it.
And I'm definitely going to be putting some stickers on some guitar cases and shit. So it's going to be awesome.
There we go.
Yeah.
Right on.
I love it.
Hey,
thanks you guys for having me on. I appreciate you. Keep changing lives out there.
Yeah.
All right, man. We appreciate it. And
thanks for coming
lives
on,
out
Sam.
there. You do the same, Sam. Thank you.
Rock on.
Thank you.
All right, brother.
Peace.
So that was our interview with Sam. Pretty awesome, dude. That was a good time.
He's a younger man, and it's really, really refreshing and nice to talk to a younger guy.
How young are you talking?
Well, we didn't catch his age, but we could tell he was younger than us.
Yeah, and I do like. So what we were brought up before is that we have our other guest we're going to interview that was in the vote blue, and then kind of came over to to switch to the red side, which I don't necessarily know is the better of two.
But
Sam didn't really sound like he switched to red. He sounded like he went straight yellow, like libertarian type point of view. And
sure,
I guess we should have asked for confirmation, but it's interesting to see hear his journey of how he made that switch,
transitioned,
how he transitioned.
Right. Good job, Sam.
Yeah, we're proud of you.
You're so brave.
Yeah. Well, no, it was a great time.
A really awesome discussion. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, we'll have those links in the description. We're gonna be having those in our description for like a month. We're gonna definitely want to promote Sam, and you should go check out his stuff. His stickers aren't expensive or anything. They're really good quality.
They're incredibly good quality.
Yeah. We were blown away when he sent them to us.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, man, this is awesome
They're
stuff.
the best of quality. They're so good quality.
So yeah, he took his time, and you're supporting a local business. You're supporting a
small guy, a guy trying to get his foot out there.
Yep, you're supporting his and him in turn. Like we heard in the episode, he's supporting a local business in Illinois, so that's awesome.
Smaller one, yep.
Yeah, our brothers and sisters over there across the river.
That are
across one of the rivers.
Across one of the rivers.
Yep. So, hey, if you like this episode, please follow, like, subscribe, share with your friends and family. Share it with your stepmom,
your mother,
your brother,
and your sister.
Brother's buddy from work.
And his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram at Iowatalkguys_podcast.
At Iowa Talk Guys on Twitter.
Or X-Core now they call it. We're going to have to do a deep dive of that.
Yeah.
X.
I think Elon is trying to make the one and all platform.
Yeah, he wants to make
Wallet,
it the Amazon,
ID,
Coinbase, social media extravaganza of the Fed.
It's not a conspiracy theory anymore, folks.
Yeah. So anyway,
it's all here.
Hey, you know what we talked about in previous episodes last year? I didn't necessarily know if it was a good thing that Elon was taking over, and we are going to be working on an episode of Elon's
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Stay tuned for that one.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. It's coming up in the future. All right.
Here's for Sam.
Here's one for Sam.
Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Thanks, Sam.
L'chaim.
L'chaim.
Pro.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers. All right.
Always remember,
don't eat the yellow cake.
Don't eat the yellow snow.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Iowa Talk Guys.
Out.
Hi. Good night, everybody.